You are. I know what I am. You need to figure out what you are. They're trying to tell people you are. You're God's people. This is going to sound creepy. I can't believe. If you told me 10 years ago I'd be sitting here talking about how we're gods, oh my goodness, I would think you were crazy. You are. You are the Son of the Almighty, and we don't even know what the Almighty is. We don't even know if the Almighty knows who its Almighty is. But you're not livestock. You're Godstock. They're farming you. They're treating you like they're, oh, it's a great talk we looked at this morning with the watch party. Let me turn this off. Peter Tosh, I know you are, brother. I know you are. Chill. We're gonna talk to them and see if we can get them to agree that they are too. The God's people trust the science. Trust the science, trust the science, trust the science. You don't need no more parents. I'm sick of this whole parent thing. First, Obama was your uncle, and Clinton was your grandma or your mama or something. Now Bill Gates is your daddy. You stop being Godstock. Stop being Godstock, people. You are not what they say you are. Trust the science. Trust the science and the ancient scriptures. You are not livestock. They're literally poisoning you. Oh, you know what? While I do that, while I get set up here, I got to bring up this post. Who posted this? Michael Mendoza. Oh, that brother's just dropping amazing bombs nowadays. Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday to the gods. You're gods and you are goddesses. You are not monkeys. You're not monkeys. You're not monkeys, and no, your neighbors. I knew I was a god. My neighbors is the monkeys. No, they're gods too. Everybody wants to be a god and goddess and treat everybody like they're trash. No, they're gods too. That's what the science says. We're going to talk about the science of it today, but that's what the science says. I got upset last night. I'm just watching television. I'm just like, oh my goodness gracious. If it ain't some damn Mr. Billy Fence, who's everybody's daddy now. Right after Clinton was everybody's mommy, and Obama was everybody's uncle. And it's one more in the mix. Oh, Fauci, who is he? Oh, he's everybody's doctor. That's right. That's the one thing that bothered me. What was I watching? Oh, I was watching a great show, Outsourced. Oh my goodness. I think that's on NBC. I watched the old shows. I watched like the things in syndication that I knew were great show, fantastic show. Fantastic. I was watching Outsourced, and every damn commercial. I don't know how y'all watch it. I have no idea how y'all do it. Y'all must be gods. I don't know how y'all tolerate it. Every commercial, all the corporations that love me, every single commercial, how much they love me, and they caring for me, and we going through this together. We gonna work it out. We're going to figure this out. We love you. We got our products. We're shipping everything. We're going to take care of you. We love you and your mama. We're going to take care of the monkeys. I'm like, wow, it only took $2 trillion for y'all to love everybody. Is that all it took? It just took $2 trillion of y'all working with our criminal alignment. There ain't no damn government to tell us on television how much everybody loves us now. Man, I'm watching FedEx loves me and UPS loves me, and they're delivering the products for me. All they needed to do was just get that money embezzled to them. All right, hang on. You know what? I'm having some problems this morning. Where are my reactions at? I can see that y'all doing them over here, but they sure not appearing right here. Hang on, I gotta fix something. Good morning, gods and goddesses. That's what I want to talk about today. Your gods and goddesses. As Jack just posted something, you don't need no damn politics. Gods don't need politicians. Especially not corporate employees pretending that they're politicians. There they go. They're all right. Now we're good to go. Gods don't need mommies and daddies. Gods, y'all know, goddesses, you've been here for a minute. They got here before you, but you don't need them no more. Some of them going to go the way of poison, which leads me to brother Michael Mendoza's post. And it was just a post. I don't think he came up with it, but he sure found it. So I'm going to give him credit. Who said this? Did I save it? I didn't save it. No, I didn't even save it. Hang on, I'm going over and find this. Oh, it was deep. It was a Native American saying. Did y'all see that? Do y'all have friends that say truthful things on the internet? Are you still keeping them friends that just lie all the time because they like poison and profit? They're worshiping poison and gods. I got to show you this. This was deep. This was deep, off the hook. Good morning. Happy Friday, gods. Happy Friday. You are not livestock. Please stop proceeding on earth as though you are livestock. You are not livestock. You're God stock. Everything is about energy, and they tricked you into giving up yours. Everybody trying to trick you. Everyone's just trying to trick you. Hey, you know what? I don't even see Michael post. Where's Michael's post? Hold on. Whoa. I thought I reposted. They deleted. They delete that, brother. That's another brother being Facebook jail. He just, there you go. No, I saw my regular page. It's a shaman. There we go. Ooh, let me download this. Hold on. I gotta show you this. I gotta show you this because I'm telling you, you're God. I'm telling you, you're a God. You do not need to follow me. Don't follow nobody else. You are a God. Please act like it. You're a goddess. That's what the science says. We're going to talk about that, the placebo effect, the nocebo effect. Ooh, global placebo effect, and turn off the global nocebo effect. But also stop worshiping poison. That's the other important part. All right, hang on. Here you go right here. Check this. Look at this right here. Look at this. This blew me away. This is how I know we're moving forward. We are moving forward. But we might have to go back a long way first. Hang on, I'm gonna read that to you. Let me change the background music so we can get into it. Happy Friday, everybody. Happy Friday. How's that freedom feel? How's that freedom feeling? Look at this right here. Look at this right here. What movie was that from? Come on, let me change this right here. Anyway, the shaman was asked, what is poison? And the shaman answered the question the same way Christ consciousness did, Buddha did, Shiva did, and all the other gods did that y'all think are all different. At the core, not the stuff that you study on Sundays at the temple of wherever you go. I'm talking about at the core. Not talking about the stuff that the kings put on top of it to get you to turn and worship these things, worship poison. But this is what he answered the question. He answered the question the same way all you gods did. What is poison? Anything beyond what we need is poison. It can be power, laziness, food, ego, ambition, vanity, fear, anger, or whatever. Whatever you partake in beyond your needs is poison. And that's what everybody told. That's what all the gods told you when they were trying to tell you that you are a god. Please proceed as though you are a god. You manifest things. They don't want you to worship the criminality of a poisonology, right? And this is the issue, is because we're here. Everybody debates, goes back and forth. How are we here? Who put us here? Who sent us here? Who created? None of that actually matters. The only thing that matters is the message. Somebody posted not too long ago, focus on the message, ignore the messenger. The messenger is not here. The messenger told you what you needed to know, and they got back on that UFO and they left. Or they moved to another dimension. Or they went back, humans is the future. Or they went to another dimension. I have no idea, and I don't even care. They're not here right now. You know who's here? We are. Okay? We are. Trust the science. You are a god. Because what is a god? Maybe we'll start the discussion there. What is a god? We're going to put poison, shaman man, Jesus Christ man, Buddha man. We're going to move him up here with Allah man. It's all the same. It's all the same message. It's all the same. When you take out the power stuff that the monkeys put in there to control you, to make you think that you are livestock, it's all the same message. I can make that a little bit bigger. Here's why they killed the shaman all over the planet. You're not even going to get into the pharmaceutical companies. Going there asking them what they know, how to heal things and help our body take in the natural things it needs from the environment. Now that you got industries fighting them because they convinced you that they're bad, that's the talk that's coming. I'm not ready for it yet. I'm not ready. Facebook definitely ain't ready for it. I'm going to try to do it this weekend. I'm going to try to knock it out this weekend. But we got suckered. Yeah, we did, Christine. We got suckered. We got sucked in. But that's part of the game. That's part of the... the only reason we would agree to come in here, to come to Earth, is it means that we agreed to the contract, right? The contract that we had to have our minds wiped. But we know we're gods from the science. We know that there's a collective consciousness from the science. Hang on, let me move that over because I can't read the comments. People subscribing. Thank you for subscribing, people. There's people who were subscribed a month ago. YouTube just likes to get me excited. Anyway, placebo effect. Did y'all watch the watch party this morning? Did y'all watch them powerful children tell you what you are this morning? It was beautiful, beautiful, and I can't play it because they got Brother Tony on a copyright strike, and I ain't trying to get no strikes. I've got too many. I said too many truthful things here, and I don't want no more strikes. I'm gonna see if I can delay this next incarceration time as long as possible. Said, you know, we agree to come here. And we do that for a very significant reason. Very significant reason. We're divided from some collective spiritual consciousness, heaven, soul, dimensional something that we don't understand to come here. And what was powerful in what that girl said, little girl said, she said, because we have family here. And I was thinking about that. It's like, wow, hang on. This is what I'm going to do. While I'm running my mouth, I will post the link because not everybody watched it. Is YouTube broken or y'all quiet over there this morning? I think I did it right. Hang on. Is that we have family here. And that's the only reason we came here. Who else would come to Earth at a time that money exists? Who the hell is dumb enough to come to Earth at a time where people believe in worshiping banks and giving children debt to the global elite that own banks because somehow it makes sense in some ridiculous psychopathic way? Who would want to come to Earth unless there were people here that we had to save? I was thinking about this yesterday. Some people can grasp it and others can't. And it doesn't mean that you're better. Doesn't mean that you're smarter. Doesn't mean that you're more powerful. Doesn't mean any of that. All it means is that you maintain the ability, or you were perhaps waking, so that you could inform and help others. Your only job is help, not ego and arrogance. Your only job is to help others wake up. And you can't do that unless you love them, unless you love them like they're gods as well. And don't treat them like they're livestock. So I think it was a lot of powerful things in that message. I kind of want to post it. It was on Facebook. Well, that's on my timeline. You know what? Y'all supposed to keep up, supposed to do your homework, so I'll post it afterwards as always. But trust the science. So somebody answer the question for me. What is a God? How do you identify a God? What can a God do? That's my question. Because in my mind, a God is omnipotent. A God can do anything. A God can move things with its mind. Can the monkey? Of course the monkey can. Monkeys can, they just don't know how. They move things on accident. They manifest things in their world that they don't understand. And so if we know the placebo effect is real, the minute that was science, that guaranteed that mind has power over matter. It said that every single person on this planet is a god and a goddess. They have the ability to manifest things with their mind alone. They can heal their body. They can change how cells operate. They can do anything they want. Thou can move some mountains. Thou can walk on water. Thou can do all of these things. Thou can part the seas. Thou don't know how. Thou like bananas. That's why. Whoever chose monkeys, that's the only issue I got with God. Why you choose monkeys, man? You could have chose something else. You could have made us from something. You know what? If I were on the praying mantis planet, imagine that would be fun if we had the big andivals and that eye and the big head and them eyes that do that thing. But they chose monkeys. Monkeys like bananas, and so we can manifest powerful things. You know what the thought I was having when we watched that powerful video? Not only did we consent to all of this, we manifested it. We manifested it, and we manifest keeping it, right? That consciousness and believing the Billy Fences and the Barack Obamas and the Donald Trumpers and we believe these things. We believe in money. We believe in debt. We believe in the poisons. We believe in the Cinnabons and the Twinkies. We believe. We give our energy over to poison. We give our energy over to us having and others not having. And as long as we do that, we have to remain in this direction of the nocebo effect planetarily, right? Planetarily, we agree with the psychopathic poison concept of banking and debts and currencies. And as long as we do that, it's going to be a nocebo effect for death. Do you know what the nocebo effect is? I hate going back through the science. These are real things. We manifest things within our body, We manifest things outside of our body. We manifest things as a community. We manifest things as a state. You manifest things as a nation, a land. I hate the word nation. And you manifest things globally. A global consciousness, a global placebo effect. The only real question is, what are we manifesting? What are we manifesting as a global collective? You're a God. The science says that. The spirituality says that. No, religion doesn't say that. No, because they needed to pile a bunch of stuff on top of that to get you to embrace poison, to make a global nocebo effect, to control everything. And control is a sin. I don't know what the word sin means. I'll say it's unsustainable. I don't like the word evil. I'll say it's unsustainable. Trying to control other people through legislation, through corporations, through drones, through gaslighting, it's all sin. It's all unsustainable, because gods don't like that at their core. Gods don't tolerate that at their core. Gods are sovereign at their core. And now we live in a time where we can imagine a new world. There's a paradigm shift happening. Like who was I talking to this morning? We were talking about the privilege of living today. We literally live in the day that people are waking up in mass, and it's a beautiful time. It's a beautiful time, and we're privileged to be alive at this time. But the question is, what are we going to do with it? Are we going to do our part? We lucked up to be alive during some sort of a currency shift, global power control. Now, mind you, most people are scared of the surfaces. They think a virus is coming to get them, that they said was 0.01%, 0.03% death rate, less than the modern flu. Doctors are saying that, not me. University of California, a few other organizations lined up telling you that's half the people scared of the surfaces. They're gods and they're scared of bacteria. Imagine that. Gods, that's poison. God's scared of bacteria, the bacteria you need to live, and then you got the other side, and they think Donald Trump is coming to save the world and stop the pedophilia. And you're a god. You don't need a Trump. You're a god. You don't need a Billy Fence. You're a god. You don't need a left or right. You don't need none of that. You're a god. You are a god. You can manifest what you want. You just like bananas a little too much. And so you keep pumping out the poison placebo effect. We are, and we're privileged to live at this time. We are so privileged to be in the paradigm shift. But what are we going to do? Are we going to allow this to go back to the nocebo effect of killing off the planet and killing everybody on it? I don't think we were sent here for that. I think we are here. Everybody who is here for a specific reason at this time right now. Who was the angry face? Who was that? I need to know who that is. Press that button again. Who was upset? Because I guess that some people don't want to be gods. I don't want to be gods. There's consequences for power. How does that saying go? With great power comes great responsibility. If you don't want that response, no, I ain't no god. I'm a monkey. Leave me alone. I'm a monkey. I'm going to worship other gods. I'm going to give my energy to other things. And those other gods told you that you were a god. You don't need to worship them. Nah, well, we're lazy. We're lazy. We're scared. And I get that. And some people are supposed to be. But the funny part is the lazy and scared people make us more powerful. They make us more powerful. Just by them being lazy and scared and embracing poison and worshiping the purveyors of poison, they make us better at our game. The God game. That's what I'm thinking about this morning. I'm just gonna go ahead and read some things here. But you understand what I'm saying when I say trust the science, that you're not livestock, you're not human farming, you're not commodities and property, and please don't protest to restart you being a owned by somebody else. Focus on the principles. Yes, Melissa, focus on the principles. If we know we're here, we got work to do. Get the work done. If your work is based in poison and you get more than what somebody has, that's a mental illness. It can be a challenge being human. Yes, Melissa, it is a challenge. It is a challenge that makes you want to rip your hair out, which is why I don't have any hair, because it took $2 trillion to get all these corporations to make all these damn commercials. And I'm so sick of them talking about how we're going through this together, and they got my money. They got my tax dollars, and I got a tax credit. Nah, y'all can go to hell. And I actually didn't get a tax credit, but we're not going to talk about that. It is a challenge. But listening to those two kids talk, it's a beautiful challenge because we chose to come here and deal with this. What does that say about us? What does that say about you? that you chose to come here because there are people here that you love in this dimension, this planet, this Milky Way galaxy. I have no idea how all of that works, but you chose to be here and deal with these monkeys. I just imagine how beautiful you are, how beautiful, Melissa, you are, Jimmy, Courtney, Jack, Chris, Lewis. The fact that you chose to be here with Sandra and tolerate this nonsense. That means you got a great love within you. I can't even imagine. It's unfathomable. I just want the world to burn half the time. Like, yeah, I guess I must be a decent person on the inside because I chose to be here during pedophilia and rape and war and all of these poison concepts of poisoning food and water and the air and making people work for corporations for a living. How sick and psychopathic these people are and how much love must be in Christine to want to be here and fight that. That's huge. He's incarcerated in tribal hold until October. Who is Jimmy? That's a long time. Somebody in jail, like to be here during mass incarceration. You know how beautiful of a God and goddess you got to be to want to be here to help people during times of mass incarceration? Beautiful, beautiful thing. People come here, anybody new? Wonder why we're not talking about the virus? Anybody new here? Wonder why we sitting inside? Want us to get outside and protest to restart the psychopathy? It's sad, but it's true. It is sad, but it's true. We are light. We are like Christine. Imagination. Imagination is everything, Melissa. And Disney told you that before they embraced the war industrial complex and pedophilia. They damn so. Manifestation also requires action, not just the mind. That is the mistake made by the self-help fools. Ooh, Anna. I'm in the middle on that one. I'm gonna be honest with you, Anna. I don't know, but I'm in the middle. I think there's some things that you must act on, and I think there's some things your action is that imagination, that manifestation. And I think you gotta choose which and where. Like, you know, because there are people who go to either camp, Anna. And they're like, you know, yeah, everything is get out there in monkey world and get to fight and use your hands and your muscles and do things. And the other side's like, no, everything is just sit and meditate and whatever. And actually, maybe there are people that works for. I'm not that type of person, I guess, Anna. I'm a type of person when I look at it, say, no, there's some things I got to do. There's sometimes you got to lay hands on people. Sometimes that's the only way that works. And other times you got to lay hands on a garden hoe. Other times you sit at home and you manifest. Like, I think it depends on the problem. I think it depends on the problem. That's what I think. I think everything is very dynamic in this place, and trying to tell other people what they should be doing, I think, is a problem. I think that's how you break people. I think if other people are gods, then, you know, some people got to do the self-help thing. Some people got to do that. I remember when I first started self-help, Anna, that's how I kind of got started. I was about, how old was I? I had to be 7 or 8. And this is when, what was it, jazzercise, exercise? When people got them fluffy sock things and they started, men could do this where they kick and jump and do orchestrate, you buy the tapes and they put them in. And I imagine my father's face. He got his 8-year-old son and doing jazzercise on the television and listening to self-help tapes and going to sleep we had these things called audio cassette tapes. And you go to sleep and they would say positive reinforcement, like you go to sleep like, you're a great person. You are swell. You're a wonderful cat. You ain't no jive turkey. You're a beautiful, beautiful creature. So I think there is something to self-help. There's something to positive reinforcement, you know. I don't think everything is there. Well, not for me. Not for me anyway. Because the 2% makes all the difference in one soul. Yes, Enoch, and I think even less than 2%. You know, when you think about manifestation, one can change everything. Like, think about the oneness that changed everything. The Shivas and the Christs and the Allah or the Muhammads and all the gods and the people who were a little more in touch, a little more in tune with the spiritual things that we are than what we are. I mean, very few have changed massively. I mean, think about, you know, now, mind you, I get it. I grew up in the church and Christians didn't like to follow the Bible. We like to read the Bible, eat the chips and drink that wine. But we didn't actually follow the Bible. You know, but I think it was a gateway drug. It was a gateway. Think about the few who changed so much: the Martin Luther Kings, the Nikola Teslas, the Einsteins, the Edgar Caseys. Not just from a spiritual perspective, but a physical, even technological perspective that allows us to live in a time where we aren't as stressed, so even more can discover consciousness. See, to me, I guess when you think about it like that, I think the Edgar Caseys, Nikola Teslas, they did as much as the Christ and the Muhammad's and the Buddha and everybody else. Why? Because they allowed us to live in a time where we're not focused on the bananas and the food. The only reason we're not focused on bananas is we have these economy things, right? You know, capitalism, capital, it had its place. It was not designed for good things. And communism and socialism, all the isms, they were designed for evil, but they did move us forward far enough where we actually could evolve and discover consciousness. You know, so I think even less than 2%, even less than 2% can do amazingly beautiful things. But for me, like I said, I think it's more about the fight than the win. I think you just got to do what's right because it's what's right. You just got to eat what's good because it's not poison. You got to worship, or not worship, because you're a god. You actually shouldn't be worshiping anything as a god or goddess. But you do what's right, and you just let the chips fall where they may. And whether we got enough is 1%, 0.1%, 2%, 3%, 10%. I don't think any of that matters. It doesn't matter to why we're here. We're here because we love something here, and we want to help something here. You know what I mean? You're an old soul in a young body. Well, Melissa, I will always, to the best of my ability, be an old soul in a young body. I will always, to the best of my ability. I'm not sure my body's going to manifest the things I want, but I tell it every day, it's 29. It's 29. And I do my best to stick around older folks who I know who kind of get it. You know, I spend my time with as many centurions as I can. The people who get closer to the age of 100. Because of that old saying, you don't grow old being a fool. It's true. It's very true. The people who are the most foolish, they die the earliest. And it's not always true, but in general, as a whole. And so I spend my time with the oldest people I can. I mean, I like my people old, Melissa, old and crotchety. They smell like Bengay and foot creams and things like that. Lots of white hair and wrinkles and stuff. Those people, they earned all of that. They earned that smell. They earned them wrinkles and white hair, and they're not fools. They don't mean they know everything, but they do it. They damn sure know a lot more than I do about a lot of things, and I trust in that. And I take what I know, what I've learned since, and what they experience, and try to make something beautiful out of it, make sense of this little monkey world that we live on. But yeah, I try to have an old soul best that I can, because I know the young soul is ignorant. Melissa, it's not that I don't have a young soul. I push that monkey away. Anytime that monkey try to show up, I push him down. I push him down because I know he's a fool. I know he's an ignorant fool, and I do not want him on the top of my brain. I push him to the bottom of my booty cheeks best that I can. Push the ignorance out. Push it out like you ate okra. Oh, goodness. Yeah, you know what? But that's how we always are. We protected our elders, and we listened to our elders, and we live with our elders, and now we put them in homes and got Alzheimer's afflicting them. I think we got to do the best that we can to carry forward the wisdom that they have. Our old folks are libraries. They're libraries. G is 29. Don't be on here lying, Hillary. Lying. See, that's what I'm saying. That's that non-God activity. See, why? So we gonna come on here and agree we some gods and goddesses, and now Hillary gonna tell me I'm I'm an age that I'm not. If I'm a god, Hillary, I can be 29 if I want. You be, y'all know y'all don't like it. One day I'm gonna be 26. One day I might be. I figure out how to use this stuff. If I can walk on some water, move some mountains or something, oh, I'm gonna be, but I'm a damn sure try. No, I am not going to say I'm 50, 55, 60, because then it groups you up. Y'all know why I say that, don't you? Please tell me. Please tell me why. Y'all know that the nocebo effect is a thing. And you know the pharmaceutical industry uses that, and everybody gets old. See, here's a problem. I hang out with old people, and so sometimes I act old, and I have to turn that off. Because sometimes I'll get up from the bed, I'm like, oh, I'll get up and like, oh, I gotta get up slow. I don't want to move too fast. I don't want to break nothing. I gotta be careful going down these steps, because you know when the hip go, that's when the hip go. That's the only problem with old people. I love them to death, but they will give you an age schism. And I try to stop that as much. Nah, you 29, bro. What you mean? Get up out this bed, get to moving. Sometimes that works, sometimes it don't. That's okay. You face plant is good for you. It's good for your immune system. A lot of dirt and bacteria and viruses on that floor. So when you face plant, it's okay. It's okay. It just means you don't have to worry about the cuckoo flu next time it comes through. Oh, yes. Ooh, protesting to restart the psychopathy. Thank you. Been getting pummeled for not being out there protesting to go back to what didn't work anyway. You know what, hey, hun, I'm so dubious on this whole protesting thing. I appreciate people protest. I almost got out there. I know if you go back, hey, hun, you watched me 2 weeks ago. I think I did a video. I said, I can't wait till we get out there to get the protesting. We got to stop this nonsense. And now today I'm like, no, we don't need to do that. I'm wrong. I was wrong. I don't know what we do. I'm not going to, right now, hey, hun, the only thing I know for sure is we need to educate people. And we need to educate ourselves. That's the only thing I know for sure. I think the whole menagerie, the gods and goddesses, I think it'll all work out. I think we need to manifest the people that are scared of the surface bacteria is trying to buy. Oh, my Lord. Hey, hon, I got a text this morning. My brother's out there trying to find Lysol. He was complaining he can't find Lysol in the grocery stores. And I'm just like... I wanted to tell him so bad. So, you know, natural cleaners actually have been proven to kill more bacteria and maintain on surfaces killing bacteria longer than all the chemical and synthetic ones. But I've already said that to him, and I feel like I'm a broken record, so I didn't say anything. But what I do know, hey, hun, is it all is going to work out. Whatever is in control of all of this, it's sending the right percentage. The right percentage of people who are woke and waking, and the others who are awake, they'll wake in time. They'll wake when they're supposed to. You know, then until then, they will be Babylonians and Romans. And that's my family love the poisons. Boy, I tell you, y'all not alone. Y'all not alone. Half the reason I do this is just so we can all talk and agree. Yeah, we not alone. We not alone. Nope, we are not alone. We ain't alone in the universe, the galaxy, the dimension, or on this little monkey silly planet that everybody's worshiping the poisons. Oh gosh, RN is manifesting that this poop comes out clean. Yes, there you go. And yes, the RNs do manifest that, Chris Lou, that it just slide right out. And we got a lot of poop we need to slide out of this house. We got a lot of bullshizzle we need to slide right out of earth. We need to sometimes push our belly. They say that you got to put your feet up high sometimes. I mean, this is, you know what, maybe this is going the wrong direction. But when you poop, you're supposed to have your feet up. The toilets was designed wrong. You're not supposed to have your feet down. They're supposed to be elevated, you know. It's like when you look at the monkeys and the dogs, you're supposed to bend your knees when you got to push it. We got a lot of poison we need to push out of earth. It's going to be a long one. We need to eat some okra. And just smooth it out, some fiber, get some bananas or something. Push this poop right on out. Healthy to do that. Bad to keep it in. You keep it in, you're going to ruin your gut. And that's what we're doing right now. And this is what's happening all around the world right now. We're ruining people's guts. We're ruining the guts of America, the guts of Britain, the guts of Australia. The guts is ruined, and it got something to poop out. And this is what this is. This is not a virus. It's gas. It's not a virus. It's gas. We got our stomach is rumbling and oh, gosh, you need to go sit on the toilet, Earth. All right, Chris Lewis took us there. I'm going to try to take us out. I'm pulling us out. Oh, good Lord. That's a good analogy, Chris. It's right. A couple times a day. Hey, if you're not getting on there at least once a day, pushing out the toxins, you're in trouble. If you're not, but we're talking about the currency flip. And the currencies, like I was posting this morning, the currencies are designed to fall. They're designed to collapse. If you don't know what's happening, listen to the people who predicted this, the people who told us a long time ago that this was coming. Currencies all collapse. Every single currency has collapsed. What are you talking about? And I'm in the house covered with a virus. I can't go outside because it's the virus. We talking. Currencies always collapse. If you do your homework, you understand the real world is never on television. The real world is always kept from the gods. Because if you let the gods know what actually is going on, they're going to step up, pull the big britches up, pull the panties up, pull the drawers up, and say, I'm a god. I'm pushing this poo out of this world. You can't let them know what's going on. Currencies always collapse, though. The currencies are modeled in poison. They're modeled in poison. They did their job. They got us here. Now it's time to move on. They have a new paradigm shift to the next level. We don't know what's going on, but we do know that they need us to keep believing in the system. We know that they need us to keep believing in the tables, the legs that are holding up this poison, this table of poison of a few that use currencies and economic systems and banks to just funnel the resources of the world up to a few people. That's all this is. And like Hey Hun said, I don't have any interest in protesting to hurry up and get back to funneling up the world's resources to a few people who really need to take a good long dookie. I don't think that that's a good idea. I think that they just need to go take a dookie. That's what I think, Chris. Anyway, sad but true. It is sad but true, Hilly, but it's fantastic we live today. We live today at a time that we have an internet where we can actually talk about it. We live in a time where we can make a paradigm shift right now should we choose. I felt it for years that I choose this mission. Bloody hard spin though. Yeah, well, you know what? But you're doing it, Trisha. You're doing it. That's all that matters. You're here. All that matters is that you're here and you're pushing forward. That's all that matters. Doesn't really matter how long it took. I think everybody wakes when they're supposed to. We can't wake nobody up. It's like we can't change the world. Ooh, did y'all see the good talk? Oh, I think I can play this one. I can play this one. Did y'all watch the talk? What is his name? The military guy. People want, he's in the military. He's in the U.S. military, so nothing he says can be true. And it's just like, no, that's not how this works. That is not how it works. Oh man, I want to play that video so bad. But that's how Tony keep going to prison. That's how they get him. They fool him into playing these videos. And I'm changing my fight. I'm changing my evil ways, and I'm trying to learn how to get you. You know, they'll always find a way to get you, but I don't want to play a video that's copyright. I know this one is not. You play them videos, and that's how they delete. That's how they silence you. Because you got to silence the gods. You need to let the monkeys talk, silence the gods. And unfortunately, that's how this little world works. Gerard, while I'm looking for this, would you protest lockdown? I always protest lockdown in my core, Melissa. So just because I'm not out protesting doesn't mean I'm for the lockdown. I'm not for telling anybody what to do. I know there's no way farmers have a right to tell you to stay in your fence. That means you're a farm animal. And I believe you're a god and a goddess. Nobody can tell you to do that. They are telling you to do it. And on Facebook, I have to say that you need to listen. But I tell you, you're a god and you can figure out for yourself. I don't believe in telling other people what to do. I don't even believe in telling Facebook what to do. I don't believe in telling Google what to do. I think that they are serving their purpose like everything else on Monkey Planet. I think everything works out, Melissa. I think everything works out, but I don't believe in mugging. I don't believe in slavery. I don't believe in captivity. I don't believe in putting humans in cells. I don't believe in house arrest. I don't believe in any of that stuff. I think everyone has what's in them to do what is right. I think you're born knowing right from wrong. And if you need to go out, if there's a real something out there that's killing people more than 0.013%, something like that, 1%, if there's something, that's your choice. That's your choice. I mean, even if we stick with this whole government, it's a good idea for gods to have government rulers tell them what to do. Even when we stick with this, there are people who aren't going to get sick, right? There are people who are going to get deathly sick. Their bodies will learn to fight it. They'll build up the herd immunity, but they know who they are. We don't need to test them or qualify them or classify them. They know that they need to get out and keep the world going on. So the old folks are the people with immunity challenges who need to avoid the flu from that year. They stay indoors or the flu in that package. So I think everything works out the well. Like I believe in freedom. I believe in freedom because gods are sovereign. Oh, I gotta show you this. I have to show you this. Because he said so many powerful things. And we need to stop swimming the other way when the sharks come. If you've watched this before. When the sharks come, you need to swim right at it. You just need to find that shark. Don't swim the other way. Don't be fearful.
If you make your bed every morning, you will have accomplished the first task of the day. It will give you a small sense of pride, and it will encourage you to do another task, and another, and another. And by the end of the day, that one task completed will have turned into many tasks completed. Making your bed will also reinforce the fact that the little things in life matter. If you can't do the little things right, you'll never be able to do the big things right. And if by chance you have a miserable day, you will come home to a bed that is made. that you made. And it made...
Are you getting like the depth of that? If you make your bed, not necessarily physically. I had a military father. He was always crazy on that, trying to bounce nickels and stuff on my bed. I'm just saying that think about that from all levels, not just from one perspective. Like, this man is very deep. Ignore the uniform, ignore the tassels and medals and all that stuff. Ignore if you came from a military family like me and you know that the militaries are being abused, and just listen to the depth and apply the core message anywhere you can in life. Ignore the messenger, think about the message. If your bed is made up, if you have good people around you, if your house is clean, not your physical house, your house. If your body is healthy, when things go bad, at least you're coming home to something that's how it should be. And I know you can apply it in your life in the way that you need to. And it's not just about a house, but all the homes we live in. A house is not a home, and that's a deep saying. I can't process how deep it is at this moment in time because a lot of things are going through my mind. I think Eddie Kane Jr. sung that song. A house is not a home, right? But just think about it. If we as a planet are in balance and everything is how it should be, everyone's getting food, the robots are building homes and taking care of people, and nobody's starving, nobody's struggling, everybody's pushing that poo out because eating healthy food. When bad things come, when the asteroids come, when the pole shifts and the tsunamis come, it's okay because we got everything taken care of. We've been utilizing technology to build the most beautiful world possible, the most strong, sustainable world as possible. If your home is taken care of, if your Puerto Rico is taken care of, if your Puerto Rico is sustainable and you didn't inflict some slavery shackles on it to make sure that all the goods that go there that people need go to your port in America first to go to Puerto Rico. When storms come, they're fine. If you don't break Puerto Rico and you make it dependent on you, then when bad times come, the house is already made. Nobody has to die. And that's at 9/11. Well, people die. Monkeys die. But there's a lot of people dying who don't have to die because we're not making our beds. There are a lot of deep things in this message, and that's why I'm playing it. Most people have already seen this before, but it's like scripture. Truth is true. That's why I love scripture, and I love to read it, because every time I read it, it says something different to me. I can apply it to something new. There are new experiences. When you really get a bite of truth, it doesn't matter the source, but it'll keep reapplying to your life in new ways as you get older, experience new things. And it won't be the understanding that other people have. It just be new understanding that you have and you need. I've seen this speech 10 times, but every time I hear it, I listen to it, it applies to the different recipe that's going on in my life right now. There's always different ingredients in your life at different times, different challenges, things going right, things going wrong, different people, different philosophies, different understandings. But you're making different recipes. You're making something beautiful, and you got to keep honoring truth. Continue to listen to what's true, but it changes every time you hear it if it's really true.
Bed gives you encouragement that tomorrow will be better. To pass SEAL training, there are a series of long swims that must be completed. One is the night swim. Before the swim, the instructors joyfully brief the students on all the species of sharks that inhabit the waters off San Clemente. They assure you, however, that no student has ever been eaten by a shark. At least not that they can remember. But you are also taught that if a shark begins to circle your position, stand your ground. Do not swim away. Do not act afraid. And if the shark, hungry for a midnight snack, darts towards you, then summons up all your strength and punch him in the snout, and he will turn and swim away. There are a lot of sharks in the world. If you hope to complete the swim, you will have to deal with them. So if you want to change the world, don't back down from the sharks.
Ooh, are you grasping all the things that just came out of that young man's mouth? Are you grasping all the depth of that? Hit him in the weak spot. There are a lot of sharks in the world. There's a lot of poison in the world. Hit it in the weak spot. Some of y'all think we're talking about swimming with sharks. Is Rebecca here? I know he got that from Rebecca. I know he got that from Rebecca Costello, because she swim with sharks. She ain't scared of no shark. That woman ain't here to play with. She ain't scared of alligators, crocodiles, tabby cats, sharks. She ain't scared of none of it. She's an outdoor woman. She ain't got no fear. You know, if you know what you're dealing with, if you know what the shark is and you know the shark wants to eat you, then you ain't over there punching the grouper. You know the grouper is just coming up to nibble on your feet. You ain't worried about punching white people. You ain't worried about punching black people. You ain't worried about the immigrants. They just groupers. You ain't worried about the next state over. You ain't worried about the next nation over. You know you're just in the sea with everything else and y'all are swimming. You got a task to get to, but then you know what the shark actually is. You know who it is. You don't waste your time bothering with things in the sea that ain't bothering you. I can tell you this. I can tell you this right now. I can tell you right now. Ain't no way in hell I am swimming in nobody damn ocean for no damn medals to be a part of nothing. Ain't never gonna happen. Ain't never gonna happen. Every time I get in the ocean, I'm too sensing. I don't know what an empath is. I know this. I'm empathic in oceans. When I get in that water, I feel everybody looking at me. I ain't doing it. I ain't doing it. I'll fight a bank. The real problems in my world are like banks and corporations and billionaires. I fight with them. I ain't getting in no ocean swimming at nighttime. Hell no. No. I get it as soon as I get in the ocean, I feel like everybody's looking at me. The jellyfish and barracuda and the kraken and all that stuff. And until y'all figure this thing out, until y'all figure out what's making them tracks in the Pacific Ocean, hell no. No, I'm gonna fight the real enemy. I'm not, because if anybody think we talking about sharks and swimming in the ocean, ain't no way. Hell no. Melissa, Jaws, and it's not even Jaws. It's the damn thing with the tracks. Did y'all know that there's something walking around in the Pacific Ocean that's leaving tracks 8 foot wide? Are y'all aware of this thing? That thing knows who I am, and every time I get in the water, it's like zoom, zoom, zoom. Did y'all see Jaws Part 200? On Jaws Part 200, because I don't know how many Jaws movies there is, but in the latest portion, Jaws follows their family. And that's how it is with me. When I can sense things and I'm empathic enough to feel all the creatures in the ocean and it's dark and I can't see them and they can see me, no, that's not going to happen. I'm going to fail. And my team, we tough. We're going to be SEALs. Yeah, my team going to fail, y'all. We going back to McDonald's. We're going to be cooking chicken and nuggets and fries and taking care of the customers, because we ain't going to pass. Hell no. I stay in my lane. My lane is not swimming in the ocean in darkness. No, we have brothers and sisters that's good at that. You got Rebecca Costellos and Christines and Lori's and Daniels and Beaufonts. They can go swim in the ocean. That's their fight. They're going to save us from fighting freedom, democracy and love and liberty and all that stuff. That's not my fight. I can fight banks. I can fight currency. I can fight in the garden, but I am not fighting no 8-foot creature. Did they figure out what that creature is yet? Hang on. I got to look at this. I'm sorry. We're going to take a diversion. We're going to take a field trip. I need to know if they found out what that creature is. It's something walking around in the Pacific Ocean leaving tracks. Is it the Pacific Ocean? It's out there in California. That's why I ain't going to California. They honest about flu statistics. They honest about flu season, but they ain't figured out what that creature is. Specific deep sea tracks. Deep sea tracks. Did y'all see this? It's something walking around in y'all ocean that's leaving tracks 8 foot wide. Let me see if I can find these things. This is why I'm saying this is why we shouldn't be messing around with plastic and poison the ocean. You know what? No, I'm looking for footprints. Maybe I use the word footprints. Footprints. Do y'all know what I'm talking about? This is why I say it's all related. This is why we talk about everything. I thought we was talking about the speech and no, it's all related. We shouldn't be destroying the ocean. I can't even find it. Somebody got a link. Y'all know what I'm talking about? Like, no, this man done lost his mind. He think he's seeing foot tracks. They're foot tracks. There are Pacific, I think, you know what? No, let me say ocean. We'll say deep sea ocean foot track. Did y'all, oh my goodness. I don't know how we got here. No, it's not footprints in the sand. Ain't nobody carrying this. This is a monster, people. This is a kraken. When them people back in the day used to get on them clipper ships to go colonize the world, they came home and told everybody it's monsters out there, and it's monsters. I can't find it, so we'll find it later. If I find a link, I'll post it. But it's tracks, deep sea tracks out there. There's some big massive creature out there. If I ever get swimming in that ocean, no, I don't know where to punch it. I don't even know what it looked like. What does the kraken even look like? I don't know, does a kraken got a nose? It got two noses. It's probably got tentacles and feet and like things that can like suck juice and blood out of me. Hell no, I ain't doing that. I bet I know what a shark is. I know what a shark is, and we swimming in petulant, terrifying waters at this particular point in time. And in this example, the sharks are the banks and currencies that keep poverty the most prolific poison on the planet. And you need to punch it in its nose. And if you know what a bank is, you know that it wants to eat you. You know where you got to punch it. You know, I'm good at that. I worked in corporate America, and I know exactly what's going on. I know what time it is. I can do that. Swimming at nighttime in the darkness in the ocean. That's not gonna happen. Hey, no, I would go in the ocean now. I told y'all the story. Don't make me tell you the story again. The time the dolphin was trying to eat me. I ain't never going in that ocean again. I go to the ocean. My kids say, hey, Dad, I go to the beach. Yeah, we can go to the beach. And the beach ends at the part where the waves hit the sand part. That's right, that part. I'm gonna be on the beach. I get me a book. I like the wind and the air and the freshness and all of that stuff. I might put my feet in there, but most shark attacks happen 10 feet from the beach. That's why I said we can go to the beach. I do not say we can go to the ocean, okay? We ain't swimming out there, y'all ain't swimming out there either. The lot said that the dolphin was trying to eat me, man. I was out there swimming, and I was like 17. Damn it, this is what I'm saying. This is probably where this fear comes from. For those of y'all psychoanalyzing me, this is a project for you. Yeah, I just watched this dude. He crazy as hell. I just watch him on the internet. Oh, he's something wrong with him. They done dropped him on his head too many times as a baby. The sharks and dolphins trying to eat him, and people putting okra in his soup. He just has all kind of problems, and I'm gonna do my research project on this crazy man. No, I was out there swimming. I was out there. I was a couple hundred feet from shore. I was a kid. You know, kids have no fear. I didn't have no fear. I was 17. I wasn't scared of a damn thing. I was in that ocean out there swimming, doing laps, Myrtle Beach. Nobody told me they had sharks there, which, by the way, all my cousins in California, they can all go to hell. I love them to death, but they can all go to hell. The older ones, because they was the ones had me out there swimming off of that. Is that Santa Monica? Where is that place? They got sharks out there too. Anyway, I was down there at Myrtle Beach out there swimming, and I just felt something. I'm out there swimming, you know, doing my thing, laps. Yeah, this is cool. We're swimming out here. This is like a swimming pool with waves. This is fun. I can't even touch the bottom. Swimming out there, and all of a sudden I just felt something. Something ain't feel right. You know how you feel right now? You feel right now where you're hiding inside because some sort of virus come to get you, but your friends are posting on the internet. There's 0.01% of people actually die, and you ain't feeling right. I ain't feel right. There's an empathic thing I don't understand that I pick up on, like something is here. You know, like that feeling you get when somebody's behind you? I felt that somebody was beside me, but I was in the ocean. Ain't nothing supposed to be beside me but water and some seaweed. And I'm swimming, and I kind of opened my eyes a little bit, and I just saw a dark shape. Dark shape, gray, and a fin. I was done. I could have died that day. I should have died that day. That was my last day on Earth. I didn't die that day, but I should have. I should have. All I know is I swam back to, I ran. Did y'all see that movie where the guy stood up on the water and ran back to shore? Good mugger. It was a dolphin. Did not matter one bit. I did not know that. I saw a gray skin, big, massive thing, feeling energy, saw a fin, and it's gray. I was going to die that day. I was not going to punch him in his nose. I was going to swim till he grabbed me by my feet and he had lunch. So yeah, no, I don't do the beach. I do the beach. I don't do the ocean. Daddy, can we go to the beach? Yes, we can go to the beach. Daddy, can go to the ocean? We ain't going to that damn ocean. Stuff out there to eat people. Nobody knows what's down there. We know more about the surface of the moon than we know what wants to eat us on the bottom of the ocean. All right. We know more about banks and currency and giving children debt at birth than we know about politicians going to save pedophiles or telling you to stay at home because there's a virus on the surface of leaves, bark, and everything out there in nature that's always trying to kill you, apparently. I don't know how all that fit together. I don't know how that fit together. But yeah, California, I don't swim out there neither. No, they got all kind of sharks out there. Hell no. They got some of the finest women on the planet in California. But they're going to be fine by their damn self because they got sharks on all over that coast. And they just swimming up and down the beaches. My cousin, he had us swimming out to an island. We went to some beach. It was Santa Monica. Y'all in California, y'all probably know it. It wasn't Santa Monica. It was somewhere. All I know is when we got close to the death place, the place that murder humans called the ocean, we were going down the cliffside. Like, it was like, yeah, you go down this cliff, go down this. Like the car barely fit on the side. It's like a shelf on the side of a mountain or something. And I was like, the hell? What the hell? My father was driving. It was either my father or my uncle. I forget. Neither one of them can drive. But we was going down the side of the damn cliff. And I'm like looking at the ocean for the last 30 minutes. We going down. Who the hell would go down the side of a damn cliff to go swimming in the ocean with sharks? You can die on the cliff, man. We got down to that bottom. It's like, yeah, we're going to go swimming. I didn't know nothing. I was stupid. I was like 8. Yeah, we gonna go swimming. We all swam out to the island. It's like 1,000 feet out there. And it's probably all kind of great whites and sharks and krakens and barracudas and everything looking at you. Do I want to eat that one? And they didn't want to eat me because I used to have gas when I was a kid. They probably, oh no, that one got bubbles coming out. I know what that is. No. My mama used to make me eat greens and okras and stuff. And so anyway, we swam out to the ocean. We swam out to the island. Yeah, we made it to the island. Yay. And then we swam back. And of course, after we swam back, the bastard told me that a week ago, somebody died from a shark attack. I almost killed him. I don't do sharks. Anyway, we're going to get back to it. Don't trust nobody. This is why I don't trust nobody, for the people psychoanalyzing me. So I don't trust nobody. I don't trust none of the monkeys because they're gods and they're in monkey bodies and we want to continue to proceed like we're monkeys. Nah. When you see the shark, you're supposed to hit it in the nose. Hit it in the nose. The shark, the proverbial shark, not the real shark. If you're in the ocean, you stupid crazy as hell. Punch the shark in his nose. Go for his weak spot. The bank has a weak spot. The 0.01% has a weak spot. The big corporations lying on your television about how much they love you and we're all going through this together. They got a weak spot too. All right, and it's not going back to work for them. That's not the weak spot. It's not you going back to be a corporate slave for them, leaving your family and your friends and your house and all of that to go back to it. That's not the weak spot. No, I know you think it's close. It's not even close. That's exactly what they want you to do. They want you in the street to protest, to restart the psychopathic, currency-based, debt-based model that pushes some people to the bottom in extinction, prison, and doing crimes against you that you don't want. All right. This was a good speech by him. I don't know if I'm gonna finish it, but it's inspirational. It's inspirational. I just wanted to get to that part where there's a lot of sharks in the world. A lot of sharks in the world. And if you don't know where to punch them, if you got too much fear, the shark gonna eat you. That's how I'm still here. The shark didn't get me because I don't go in that damn ocean no more. The shark gonna get you. But it's sharks all over. It's the land sharks that you gotta worry about. The ocean sharks, you ain't gotta worry about them. They're the ones that make it. We don't make it. Oh gosh, plant seeds, keep walking. That's all you can do, Laura. You try to tell people and you walk, but you don't sit there and you make them. You don't sit there and make people wake up. We were all blinded. We were all blinded once. All you do is you give people information and you let them wake up when they're ready. People aren't ready to know that it's about some virus. They're still in the house. They need to be worried about a virus. That's just where they are at this moment in time. People want to get back and work in a free capitalistic society where they're free. And they're not ready at this point in time. All you can do is tell them. And the beautiful thing I like about what you said, Lori, just plant seeds and walk away. That's scripture. That's scripture. You're supposed to tell people the truth and wipe the sand from your feet and keep walking. That's the truth. Once again, don't matter where the truth comes from, the true is true. As you tell people and you walk away, you keep beating them over the head with it, then yeah, they're never going to embrace it. But if you tell them and you walk away, there's something about us where we kind of know it's true if it doesn't need to be reinforced and re-embraced and constantly hitting them over the head. But if it's like a Bible or something, you keep hitting somebody over the head with it. As a Quran, you keep hitting them over the head. It's a Democratic Party, you just keep hitting them. It's a Republican Party, you just keep hitting them. The Donald Trump is fighting the pedal, you just keep hitting them over. If you got to keep hitting people over the head with something, it probably ain't true. There's probably no gold, no goodness, nothing beautiful in it. But when things are true, they just put out there and you just walk away. When the person's ready, they'll pick it up. You don't have to advertise it. You don't have to constantly advertise it. So I like that. All you do is you put out there what's true and you walk away. I have friends. I post everything I can on my Facebook about what's true, and Google or YouTube, the rest of these places. And there are people who are ready to pick it up. People who aren't ready to pick it up. People who are still playing Babylonian and Roman and give these shackles to our children. They're going to keep doing what they do. But you got to love them. They're doing their part. They got a part too. And the part's called, I don't know, being Toby or something. Is believing that you're a Roman and you're not a god, and it's a good idea to be livestock. But the livestock hold the plantation up, and if it wasn't a plantation, we'd all die. The plantation needs to end, but everybody's got their role in their place. Yeah, Lord, you got to face the evil. Who said something like that, Lord? Was it Saj Guru? No, it wasn't Saj Guru. Alan Watts. Alan Watts. And then once again, ignore the messenger, listen to the message. Even the crazy, stupid, cripplest people that you don't like because they got weird things on their head, ain't got the right skin color, and come from the wrong place. They had a hippie commune, whatever you don't like them for, throw that away. If it's true, it's true. So when you see a ghost, you walk through it. Right? And that was one of the deepest things I heard in a while, because if you see a ghost and you walk through it, it can't hurt you. But if you see a ghost and you're scared of it, you see a ghost and you manifest that nocebo-like effect, you manifest power into that ghost, then you got a problem. But if you see a ghost, you walk right through it. You see the shark, you punch it in its nose. You see the bank and realize you're a slave to a criminal 0.01% that ain't never done a work in their life, and they were handed a legacy of never doing work in their life, and your kids are going to work for them, and they still ain't never going to do work in their life. So your children can be slaves for an entire life, and they're a god, and they should be doing powerful things than why we're here. You got to walk right through it. You can't have any fear of it. You got to walk through it. You know, I'm not scared of the pandemic because I knew it was a pandemic. We knew it was a pandemic a long time ago. They told us this a long time, the financial analysts. We knew the currency was going to collapse, and they need a worldwide calamity to collapse a worldwide currency, a world reserve currency. We knew that they needed to scare. First, they need to reduce the population, because that's what they've always done. This is not new. This is what they did at the Great Depression, and I bet you it's what kings and lords have done going all the way back. When there's not enough to go around, by that means that the king doesn't have enough, the lords need a whole lot more, then you need to get rid of some of the monkeys. You need to get rid of some of the population. So you need something to kill them off. Depopulation is a thing that kings and lords have always done since the beginning of time. But if you have a currency system, you have a currency-based system where you got to get them to believe in consent and go along with the next scam, you got to give them a lot of fear. You know, and so where we are is that, you know, the real pandemic, and we just did come through a real pandemic. It's just we didn't focus on the big pandemics. We focused on the little flu season. And we ignored cancer and leukemia and autism and heart disease and all the real pandemics that are global on all the continents, so we could focus on something that could be scarier. As you drum up that fear, right? And it's the fear that will bring about the police state. That's the real pandemic. The real big pandemic, the one we need to be planning for, is why my crazy friends and I have been telling you, you don't have to worry about flu season, but you need to worry about why. And the why is why you're still on lockdown. Why they got 3 phases and some of them aren't even trying to unlock down. Because they already collapsed the economy. It's already done. And 2, they need to roll out the RFID chips, the forced testing, the vaccines, and the social credit score, and the digital dollar, and all the stuff that all the crazy people were telling you was coming. They just didn't know when. But we are here. We have arrived. You know, and so the pandemic you need to focus on now is not going to be fought with Perel. It's just Perel is not going to help you in a Great Depression, neither will Lysol or toilet paper. The only thing that's going to help you in this greatest depression you have coming is 1, your wisdom to be able to look at a scenario of you being played and recognize what is true. And 2, start talking to people who lived through the Great Depression and how they survived. Right? Survival of the fittest never stopped. It never stopped, and it never will stop. It's just more survival of the wisest. Survival of the ones who don't place trust in the 0.01% that told you to place trust in your bank account. That told you to place trust in your 401k. That told you to place trust in those who are farming you and your children like your livestock. Because you're God's stock. Because they need your energy to utilize for the poison dealing that they're doing, which just makes it such a powerful saying. What is poison? Poison is not sharing. That's what it is. Poison is hoarding. Poison is you taking in what others need and you don't need it. Anything beyond what we need is poison. It means we're an ecosystem. It means we all have to share. It means that if anybody is lacking, then we're all wrong. And that's what all these gods told you. All the gods who came before us, those who came before us, who knew they were gods and goddesses and tried to tell us that's what we were. They take our power and they get us to worship things, and they're all poison dealers. The very philosophy that you are a human being and you're just here to eat food, crap, and die and oxygen is sickness. That's an illness. It's poison. If you trust the science, you'll know what you are. That's all I'm saying. That is all I am. That's not what I'm saying. That's what I'm transferring. It's not my wisdom. It's not my wisdom at all. Poison can be any power. It can be anything. Power, laziness, food, ego, ambition, vanity, fear, anger, or whatever. We have a global nocebo effect that's happening on this world. We're burning up Eden. We're destroying it. We're not acting as though we're stewards. We have to stop worshiping poison. Stop worshiping poison. All right, I'm going to read comments and I'm going to get out of here because it's Friday and I got things to do. I got viruses to study. I'm still listening to poor virologists. I'm wrapping it up. I'm wrapping up my study in what viruses are and how they fit in with this global ecosystem and how they fit in from an IT perspective. And it's just blowing my mind. I'm listening to the poor virologists, and they are saying the scariest thing. We have no idea what we are doing. We are a lost species. I got to get going. That's my brother. He keeps calling me. I ain't got no Lysol, man. There literally is no Lysol anywhere in my house. There's no Lysol, and the only chemical cleaners you're going to find, the only antibiotics you're going to find that aren't natural and come from nature and based in oranges and pine and things like that is going to be in that bathroom. And the only reason there is because I have friends come over and they're cultivating the worst diseases and bacteria on the planet. My immune system has never seen, ain't supposed to see. They still got governments creating bioweapons that get released because they're always going to get released on accident, on purpose. Somebody has a bad day, a bomb comes, an earthquake, whatever. If you got bioweapons labs on a planet, on a species that these things actually aren't weapons, you're going to create something that's going to kill everybody eventually. Maybe the Kraken and Godzilla made a baby. Trisha, I think so. I mean, if you see it, it's crazy. The footprints are like 8 feet wide. Did anybody find that? The footprints are 8 feet wide. And I think the foot strides are something like 20 or 30 feet. And it's just walking around on the bottom of the ocean. And nobody knows what it is. Nobody's seen it. And to me, I'd love to know what it is. But it probably is just something that the ancient sailors from a long time ago saw. It used to come up. Now it doesn't come up no more because we started polluting and poisoning the water. And it lives at the bottom. You know, and we did this and just theorizing not too long ago that most of the wildlife anywhere on any planet is going to be aquatic. It's going to be those that have a shield, a barrier that protect it from the bad things that are coming. It's not going to be the silly, stupid monkeys that live on the surface that are gods but never build a shield to protect it from the calamities that always come. Most planets, water's all throughout the solar system, and most planets are water planets. Almost all planets got water within them. They have hollow planets, hollow Earths. If you want to go there, most species are aquatic. And that damn, what's the alien? The squid or the octopus? I forgot which one they say is an alien. Anyways, walking around on the bottom of the ocean. All right, that's all I got. Trust the science. You're a god. Science told you were a god long ago, that you manifest things. Be very careful what you're manifesting globally in your world, in your community, in your life. Avoid negativity. Avoid nocebo manifestors. Avoid Beaufont. If you make a funny face for your profile picture and he makes you look like you 102 and angry as hell. He outdid himself on that one. I don't know if y'all saw that one. He outdid himself. That was hilarious. That man is dangerous. The man is dangerous. He has Photoshop and apps and will take your pictures and make them look like who knows what. Ooh, a landing zone. Jimmy, what is that? 44 by 45.1, negative 130. Google it. Landing zone. Uh-oh. What is that, Jimmy? Landing zone for what? What's landing? Somebody landed? The aliens here that came back, I don't think they're coming to save us, Jimmy. If something landed, that's the United States government. That's Space Force. That's the Russian government, the British government, the North Korean government, the Chinese government, Project Bluebeam, where they're all going to try to scare us with some aliens and some holograms. That's all that is. Aliens don't care about us people. They do not care. They come here and they give us religions and they get the hell out of Dodge before we eat them with oregano. No, they just come here and tell us y'all need to love each other, take care of each other. It's some math, science, some English. Y'all need to work together, figure out some technology, develop food growing systems, and build houses for the homeless, and then they leave. And then we make a religion out of it to go fight and kill other people and steal what they got. What is that, Jimmy? It's a landing zone for what? I didn't get the link part right here. Fed froze peas to little fish while snorkeling. They became more aggressive than any fish I've ever swam with. Who the Fed? Wait a minute, the Fed is in the ocean too? I thought the Fed was just in that landing zone in Washington, D.C., where the criminals took over a piece of land and put in a fake government, the corporation that's shaped like a government. What is it? Fed froze Fed? Oh no, Fed as in Fed. Rebecca, okay, Fed isn't Fed. I'm sorry, Rebecca Costello. I thought you meant Federal Reserve Fed. I thought you meant the United States Incorporation Fed. You mean Fed. Okay, Rebecca, my mind is not where yours is at that moment. Fed frozen peas to little fish while snorkeling. Okay. They became more aggressive than any other fish I ever swam with. And they should, Rebecca, they should. Because the little fish are the ones that got to fight the hardest. They're the ones that got to fight the most to get them frozen peas from the monkey that's swimming in the ocean. You know what? The ones that ain't got nothing to lose, Rebecca. Those are the ones you got to watch out for. I used to go to parties when I was in college, and it was always the little ones you had to worry about. You didn't have to worry about the big guys. No, they have trouble running. They big. They eat too much. It was the little ones in the corner. You know, we go down there dancing, you out at the VFW dancing, having a good time. And they never liked us, Rebecca, when they saw us coming. Like, oh, y'all are in college. Y'all got them college degrees. Y'all come on to the VFW party, steal our women. And they was right. That's exactly what we was doing. We was over there flirting our degrees, trying to get us some, Rebecca. But the one you always had to be careful of is the one sitting in the corner, the little ones, the ones that got nothing to lose. I'm little, I'm small, I was not born in a privileged family, I live in poverty, y'all come down here act like y'all big and y'all got this and that taking our women. I ain't got nothing to lose, I ain't getting me none tonight. I got my knife, I got my gun. Those are the ones you had to worry about, Rebecca, it's the little ones. But you know what, and them little fish, they could kill you too, Rebecca, I bet you. I bet you if them little fish, if it was 100 of them and they all got on top of you and they just swam and pushed down, they could drown you, couldn't they? That's us, the little fish. We're all in conflict, we're fighting over peas. Meanwhile, we can all work together and drown Rebecca Costello the bank. We can drown the central bankers anytime we get together, stop dividing up, fighting over frozen peas. That's a good example too. That's a good example for it. Thank you, Rebecca Costello, because it is the Fed. It's the Fed frozen because they got frozen hearts and they fed frozen peas to us. They literally got that refrigerators full of peas. Rebecca Costello, y'all banks got gardens full of peas. And the little fish don't even know it. The fish they think the only peas in the world is frozen and is in a little bag that the Federal Reserve drops to them. That's a good example. Richard Pryor and the toy. He ran on the water. Yes, that's what it was. Thank you, Trish. I thank God for old people. Yes. He ran across the water when the piranhas attacked. Yes. Forgot about him till just now. Thank you. That's exactly what I was talking about. That was me. I got on top of that water. I said, no, I ain't swimming. Hell no. Something in here eating me. I got right on top of that water and I ran back. I did what women do when them tractors fall on their husbands. When the tractors and the car fall on their husbands and they lift the car up. That's another example of the God that you are. You manifested muscles that literally, physically, and biologically cannot lift a 1-ton car. Your muscles would rip and shred if biology was biology. But you're a God, and for that moment in time, that God makes her muscles the tendon of monkeys or something else, real monkeys, gorillas, and lifts a car up. In times of great despair, we manifest those things. But yeah, I ran across that water. I got the hell out that water. And I'll never do that water, never again. The ocean has always freaked me out a bit, knowing there are so many huge creatures in it. Yes, Kim, and that's what's scary is there's so many huge creatures and a lot of little creatures and we don't know nothing about them creatures. They got man of wars and jellyfish, things you just touch and ruin your day. And if you a man and your reproductive parts are on the outside and you swimming in the ocean, you're not protected with them on the inside, and you swim into the wrong jellyfish at the wrong time, at the wrong depth, and it just wrap around the wrong thing. Yeah, there's a lot of things worse than dying. One of them is being a man swimming in the ocean. Is jellyfish that just got a sting that when it hits your leg and make you want to die, hit other things make you want to kill yourself. Most people are embarrassed they believe a lie. Yeah, well, that is too, right, Tony? Is a lot of people don't want to wake up. They know, but they don't want to wake up. They're so used to being slaves, and it's fearful waking up. You're like, believing a lie is comfortable, but accepting that you're a god or you're a goddess and you need to manifest things and you need to take on the shark and hit it in its nose, no, that's scary. We got to stop being cowards. That's what Tony's talking about. We got to stop being cowards. You got to go on, take them on. The bank is right there, and it's still going to bite you no matter what you do. But I think, Tony, in that example, we're swimming in the ocean. We're not like with a team of people like trying to be Navy SEALs, right? We're not trying to fight for the banks. You know, we're swimming in the water and we got our families with us. We got our kids, we got our grandkids, our nieces, we got our nephews, and the shark's in the water. And we need to decide if we're going to hit this shark in his nose or we're just going to continue acting like it's not there and let it just start picking off the weakest of our kids and our grandkids, right? You know, I think if you think about it in that, and anytime you think about it in the role of what an actual parent or adult is in this world, then I think it actually makes some sense. And then people got to step up. But if you keep pretending yourself, no, that's not a shark. That's not a shark. Nope, that's not a shark. Everybody keeps swimming. That's not a shark. One, the shark is going to eat you, but two, it allows you to thrive in your poison of being a coward. Ooh, being a coward is poison. Catch more flies with honey than you do vinegar. Yes, you do, Trisha, and we need a lot more honey. That's why my friends that are all pretty they do that thing with the I'm against war. You know, they got their little pretty pictures, get their boobies out and stuff, and put the no war, stop the war, vote Democrat, vote Republican. You know, women know that. Yeah, Trisha said it. That's because women know. They know how to catch. They know how to catch the bees and the flies. They know how to do it. We need to figure that out as men. You know, how can you catch more flies with honey and you're just a man? Men are not pretty things. Unfortunately, we're not. We're dry, we're crackly, our skin falls apart. We don't like to wash our hands. We like to do hard stuff. Although men are changing that. Some men don't like that. Some men, they're getting their nails done. They're moisturized and stuff like that. Well, I do moisturize, but that's a different discussion. I moisturize because when your skin cracks, diseases come through and poisons and things come through. You got to protect your skin. It's a mesh. But men got to figure it out. You know what I think from a man's perspective, Trisha, what I think honey is being a decent person. You know, we aren't that pretty. We ain't got no boobies. Well, no, that's a lie, because some of us do got boobies. That's a complete lie. Some of us got some nice, delicious, round, voluptuous boobies. Some of us do, because, and I'm not going to go through all of the details of that. I used to have some, but I started to realize when I was about, when did I give up mine? I gave up mine because I was beating a little girl. I was 15 or so, 15, 16. I decided, no, you know what? If I keep going this direction, I'm going to need a bra. And I decided as an overweight child, the candy was not that delicious if I had to wear a bra. And that's when I started. No, that was because I remember the exercise tape. Those were them self-help tape, doing the jazzercise, all that stuff. I think my father used to laugh at me around the corner. This is back when you couldn't watch videos in your room by yourself. We had a living room with a big TV and a big wooden thing, a big massive TV, weighed half a ton. And I do my jazzercises and exercise down there, and it didn't work out. I just jump around, my boobies just jumping around. But somewhere around 15, 16, 17, I realized, nah, I ain't going this direction. I need to go a new direction. I don't want to wear a bra with the wire. But men, no, we have to. I guess there are pretty men. I mean, I guess you could do that. I guess you can go to the gym and work on certain muscle groups that are completely useless, that ain't gonna help you do nothing but get chicks. I guess you can do that. I'm not too interested in that. I think men, for the most part, it's integrity. I think you gotta have integrity. I think you have to try to be a decent person, say what's truthful, and be behind that. I think that's what you gotta do. But men, I think men got different kind of honey. But some men got it. I'm just not one of them men. You got them, like I said, I don't get me started on the light-skinned men, tall with dark hair, the Italian type, the light-skinned, green-eyed, Tony, pretty Ricky type. No, that's a whole different story. Some people are born and got it, and others of us, we got to fight. We gotta be nice people. All right, let me see. You either, boy, there go Tony right there. You either, boy, speaking of pretty Ricky from the future, you're either born to live forever, be, or born to die. We choose. I think we do choose too. I think we do choose, Tony. No, we don't ever really die. The monkey dies. All of this dies. Then we go back to whatever we are. But we need to pick and choose. Do we want to be a part of moving forward, developing something beautiful, or do we want to keep going in the direction we're going? Forged by fire, strong as steel. Yes, we can be, Lori. Forged by debt, strong as a grown-up that realized that we were born into debt and we're not going to do this no more. The scariest thing I've ever experienced was swimming in the ocean as a teenager and seeing a shark nearby. I was on my thingy that women get on that I can't say because it's probably a Facebook crime, and just knew that the shark was going to bite my other thing that I can't say because you say that on Facebook, you get thrown in jail. I've never swam so fast. Yeah. Oh, you know what, Christ? Oh, man, I never even thought about that. I have never. Y'all want to read the whole actual comment, you got to go back up. Christ Henderson posted that. I can't say it because you say it. Somebody going to cry. That'd be a good excuse for somebody to get you put in jail. I never even thought about that, Christ. I never even thought about that. Women y'all got it so hard in so many ways. I'd never even thought about that. Oh my goodness. I'm not even sure where to start on that. I'm not even going to start, Christ. You can post it. I ain't going to say nothing else on it. That's deep. That's deep and it's scary. We should never go on that ocean. Go to the beach. Do not go to you a fool if you go to the ocean. It's a good thing I didn't have little girls because there's so much that I don't know. You wouldn't even think about that unless you were a woman. But that is a good experience of a good example of there's experience. Like everybody experiences things and they understand it and they get it. And there are other things that we don't get because we're not them and we don't have what they have and we don't go through what they go through, so we don't experience what they experience. But that's the beautiful thing, is that you need everybody. You can only learn if you're willing to listen to everybody. I love my precious friends. Yeah, I do too, Lori. I love my friends because they're so diverse. I love my friends here, Lori, because you got all kind of types here. You got old, young, black, white, hippie, just hipster in the city, left, right. Believe Donald Trump's fighting pedophiles. Believe Barack Obama was a good person. But all those people all have different experiences. And they all have things to teach me. So I try to do my best not to offend people, because if you don't offend people, they'll stick around long enough and they might teach you something. We forgot to circle, but we got played into a pyramid scheme. Yeah, we got played into a pyramid scheme that is based in currency, Trisha, which is just cyclical. It just keeps happening again and again and again and again. And one day we're going to figure out that they pull this every time they need to change the currency. They pull something every time they need to restart us and give us enough fear to just jump into another scheme. It's a cycle. And it's based in funneling the world's resources to a decreasingly smaller and smaller group of a 2%, then a 1%, and a 0.01% until the whole planet's burned up. Illuminati shape. Yeah, that makes sense. Illuminati shape. Oh, crap, it's Friday. I thought it was Thursday. Melissa Oso, that's how you know you're living your good life. That's how you know you're living the good life. That's a good thing. It's not oh crap. It's oh yeah. That's the Kool-Aid thing, where the big fat jug of Kool-Aid busts through the water. That's a good thing. If you don't know what time it is and you don't know what day it is, then you're living your good life, Melissa. That's how you know you're not a slave for this moment in time. And that's a good thing right now, because half the time I think people don't want to go back to work because they don't just want to go back to work. Laziness is a poison, but it works. I think people they're discovering what's called laziness, but in actuality, it's just freedom to decide. And if you're not subscribing to Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday slavery, Saturday, Sunday rest, and go back to slaving for banks and big corporations on Monday, that's a beautiful thing. That's a beautiful thing that you don't know what day of the week it is. It's a beautiful thing you don't know what time it is. That was what Tom Hanks in that movie, Castaway. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. That's for slaves. We aren't slaves. It doesn't matter. No, it does not matter, Melissa, at all. The only thing that matters is what you need to do today. What day is today? It's Melissa Day. Get out there and do what Melissa needs to do and have done. Don't worry about what banks and lords and big corporations want you to do. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's how I think about it now, Melissa. It's not how I used to think about it. I used to think about it, what's Massa need me to do? Oh, Massa needs me to write some software to do this and create this. I need to go to work. I'm gonna get my coffee so I can get to work harder for Massa, work harder, and Massa gonna just give me just enough. So just when I'm old enough, I can be put into an old home and put down like they put down old Bessie. I used to think like that. I used to believe in forced labor. I don't believe in forced labor anymore. And that might be a great thing, and how this is being utilized for something beautiful is that people are starting to see what it feels like to actually be around the kids that they had. The kids at home, homeschooling, the wife is at home, the husband's home, grandma's home, everybody, because they're pulling them out of these old folks' homes, which is a very smart thing to do anytime flu season comes around, and protecting. It's a beautiful thing. I think people are for the first time in their life seeing what it feels like to be a human, to be a god, to be free, to do what you want to do, and not be subscribing to the kings and lords' calendars and clocks and watches. No animal has frightened me as much as I've allowed humans to frighten me so far. And Rebecca Costello, I believe you. I believe you. You swim with sharks and alligators and crocodiles. Everything I know for a fact. Rebecca Costello ain't scared of no animal on the planet. Her and her husband, they're not scared of, but the humans, I know scared of. Humans are monsters. Animals aren't monsters. And I think that's what she's talking about. She knows that humans are monsters. Animals aren't monsters. They're predators. There's a difference. The predator eats when it's hungry and it only has a stomach. The human being has a bank account. And that's why they gave the humans bank account. So they have endless greed for endless poisons, the same way that shaman's telling you right there. A shark is only going to eat you if it's got an empty belly, like a bear. That don't mean it won't chew on you. We might be a little chewy, but Rebecca, if you know what the shark is looking for, you know what to do so you don't get chewed on. Let me see. Around the Promethean is track 2 miles wide. Oh, large. Ooh, underwater crawlers. Ooh, okay, you gave me the coordinates. Thank you, Jimmy. If I had a link, I'd click on it and I'd show people. Around the Promethean is track 2 miles wide. Large underwater crawlers. Oh, that's crazy. You know what? Maybe I'll try to look for that again. I don't know what to search for, Jimmy. What did you search for? I'd love to show everybody. Like, it's crazy. Like, we don't know anything about this planet. And it's stupid that we're burning it up. Why would we? Let me see. Footprints on the ocean floor. Or maybe I can type in these coordinates. On the ocean floor. Like, there's so many fascinating things that kids could be out there discovering. But unfortunately, we just can't, we can't agree that we need to leave them something beautiful. No, it's not coming up. What did you search for, Jimmy? Footprints on the ocean floor. Try that. Nope, I still don't see it. It used to be easy to find. There are a bunch of videos on YouTube that because they I think they're trying to find out what it is. What do I think it is? This is what I think it is. Let me show you what I think it is. Because to me, that's fascinating. Working is not working for kings and lords is not fascinating. What's fascinating is what's fascinating. That's what I think it is. I think it's a giant shrimp, a giant crab, right? Because they're all over the planet. They're on the mountains, they're in the oceans, the spiders, right? That's who rules everything, no matter where you are. They say there are at least 100 spiders within like 30 square feet of you or something like that. They literally are everywhere. When you go to sleep at night, they crawl in your ear, on your face. I know, because there used to be one over my toilet. It's not pronounced toilet, it's pronounced toilet. No, I call it a toilet because Richard Pryor called it a toilet. It's a toilet to me because I think that's funny. There's a type of spider that waits for you. It knows where you are and you give it warmth at nighttime. It likes to cuddle. It's a spoon spider. Is that its name? It's called a spoon spider. And you'll know because they live in your house. They like to be on the ceiling. You know, I told that story. Don't make me tell that story again. But yeah, they like to hide on their ceiling where you spend most of your time. And back then, I used to eat meat. I used to eat shrimp and steaks and lobsters. And I made a lot of money in corporate America. I showed my kids how to cook all the food that would kill them. And so you'd be on the toilet for too long. And that spider knew. So, oh yeah, well, you know, he's a monkey. He likes to eat meat, and it's hard to pass what he's eating. So that spider would hide right there. And I could never figure it out. I'm like, what is that ball on the ceiling? That spider loved me so much, she laid eggs on the ceiling right above my toilet. And I didn't know what it was. I was just a dot on the ceiling. No, because one day I went in there. I told you the story. I went in there, and I caught her. She was repelling, because what they do is they'll sit up on the spot that they know that you spend most of your time. And there's an example here. There's a great example of me being stupid that the world can learn from. If you got spiders that live above your toilet, that means you eating things you're not supposed to eat. That means you're going to die, and you're going to get every pandemic and flu that comes through your country, because every disease is just malnutrition. And that thing, I came in there, I caught her, she was repelling. And I was on the toilet, I looked up. Is that Christine laughing at me? I said, what the hell is that spider? It must not know I'm here. She repelling, and she's still coming down. Like, she must not know. I'm a monkey, man. I will kill you. And she's still repelling. And it took me a minute, but she got within like 6 inches of me, and I realized this thing is trying to land on me. And I put 2 and 2 together, and like, oh my God, we got spiders that get warmth from us, like, because I had an iguana, and that's what the iguanas do. The iguanas like to lay on you because they derive warmth from you. And you got spiders that like to just land on you, and they sleep with you. See, you thought you were sleeping with your husband. You sleeping with spiders the whole time. We evolved with spiders out there with viruses and bacteria living in huts. And you live in a house, and you try to keep the spiders out, you can't keep them out. But that's what I think is on the bottom of the ocean. I think it's a spider, and that's because the footprints, Jimmy, they look like that. They're just 8 foot around. Big old monster giant spider. And that's why y'all need to be careful about eating this shrimp. Need to be careful. A couple things. If the aliens came here, the people y'all call gods, if they came here a long time ago and the first species they made was from chicken, was from the dinosaurs. And the dinosaurs evolved like the land of the lost? And they evolved as like reptilian people. The reptilian people that these people talk about, that y'all call them crazy. I don't call them crazy. I just say, I don't know. I'm a little scared, but I don't know. The Egyptians talked about it, and the Hopi talked about it. The ant people lived in the ground, and they talking about reptilians. You better hope that's not what happened. Because they're chickens, they're birds. That's where the dinosaurs went, into the birds. And so if the aliens left and they were birds and that's their relatives, and they come back and they see you down there, down at KFC with a donut with one of their relatives between it. Oh yeah, Lori, the vibes in that. The vibes ain't coming back. What if we were in like Battlestar Galactica, and say we make it, say we stop doing this currency thing and we get off the planet, we make it into space and we leave because the planet shift or something, and we come back and we see some chickens eating humans on a plate between a donut, two delicious Krispy Kreme donuts. We might be upset. We might kill them. That's what I'm saying. If in the ocean, that big monster that's down there that your ancestors told you, all of our ancestors told us that them creatures is down there, and that creature come up and they see you down there at the Japanese restaurant eating some sushi, and it's the sushi with one of their relatives between that. What is that? A shrimp tempura? What's that called? That thing that y'all eat, that creature? And that thing look at you like, okay, you're cracking. Yeah, okay. I don't know. I think we're supposed to be evolving away from eating living things. I just do. That's my philosophy. Don't get me wrong. Like I said, in the Great Depression, I eat a chipmunk, I eat a squirrel, I eat a rat and mouse, I'll eat a spider. I'll make spider pate, because when you're hungry, you're going to eat anything that's in front of you. We don't need that world. We can evolve a world where we eat deep leafy green things, get the jackfruit. You can make it taste just like chicken, just like beef, but it won't debilitate your immune system. Is that Jimmy? Did you give me the link, Jimmy? Hang on. All right, I gotta get out of here. I'm still running my mouth. Yeah, trust the science. Trust the science. Science is, and that'll fit with today's message. Trust the science. You trust the science, and then guess what? Spiders are everywhere. They probably flying them spaceships too. All right, let me get down. I gotta get down to the bottom. I gotta get out of here. Did Jimmy give me the link? Gerard, oh, whoa, you need a woman to protect you from all those critters. No, I do not, because women do not protect you, Lori. That is not what they do. That's not not in my world. I mean, they can do nice things for you like anybody can, but no, I don't need a woman to protect me from nothing, because if it ain't anything scarier than sharks, it's probably women. Probably is, Lori. I was raised to be a man. When you raised to be a man, you need to be a little worried about these women things. You need men to tell you, I used to be married, Lori, and I survived. I survived. And it's not an anti-marriage thing, nothing like that. It's just women made a little different from us. And one day, Lori, one day, I'm not saying never. Just I need a little time. I need a little time to myself with my fish and my plants and my peas. And now is the time, like we're going into a depression. Like now is not the time for that. And there's a time and a place for all of that. But no, right now is the time to say, you know what? We need everybody. No, we need a lot more than just couples. It takes a family, it takes a whole tribe right now to survive. Hell yes. Hell yes. It's a true story, Enoch. I was married. I did that. I got the t-shirt. I got the mug, I got the plates, and I got that. I'd been there and I'd done that. I went through that establishment, and it taught me an awful lot about being a stupid man. It did. It taught me an awful lot about all the dumb things that they teach you that work there that will never, ever work. No, I'm good. I love the establishment and institution of marriage. I really do. I don't think that gods and goddesses need a king and a lord to tell them that they can be married. I don't believe in that. I don't think I believe in the paper. I don't think I believe in this philosophy of giving children and their property and commodities of the state with birth certificates. I think in ships in the night. That's what I believe in. I don't know how we got on that topic. I believe in ships in the night. You know, you things go the way they're supposed to go. Just live your life and things will go the way it's supposed to go. When you try to make it go that direction, all you're going to do is make a mistake. I am not the one. I'm not the one. I used to be on them dating websites. Oh, I need to find me somebody. I believe the people in the church. What you need? I know, Lori. I used to tell people that too. I don't tell people that no more. What people need to do is just live their lives free. And one day they're going to find out that somebody is next to them like, damn it, this person has been here for a minute. I don't know why this person is still here. I wouldn't still be here like, dang, this person's dealing with my nonsense. This person laughing, I ain't even funny. This person don't mind my smell. The person's attracted to my pheromones and hormones and what are those things called that make you want to go out and stick your thingies in people and jump on top of people with their thingies and stuff like that. Hormones and pheromones, something like that. This person been here for a minute. I think things go the way they're supposed to. I think you're supposed to live your life. And one day you'll realize, damn it, at the cafe, this person's always here. At dinner, this person's always here. When I go here, this person, when I go to this class, that person taking this class with me, this person, wow. Maybe we actually can be together. I think it's wrong. I think y'all should ban dating websites. I do. Because the problem is with dating websites is they got that profile thing. They got a profile where you're profiling what you want and you don't even know who you are, right? If I think I'm a 98% monkey and not a god, then I'm not looking for a goddess. I'm looking for a monkeyess. If I like bananas and I think I live and I die, then that's what I'm gonna look for. You know, and if I'm a god on my right, if anybody's gonna be on my right or my left, because I don't know, one's supposed to be superior and others not, whatever, I don't know, then it's gotta be a goddess. If I'm a god, I need a goddess. If I'm a god, I don't need no monkeyess. I don't need no monkey that's pretty with nice boobies and fur and stuff that's delicious looking and she thinks she a monkey. Nah. And if I'm evolving and I'm going in that direction, the reason why I say that is because you need to align yourself with somebody who's doing the same thing. You know, if you're a goddess, the hell are you doing with a chimp? You can't be no damn goddess with a chimp. That's some of y'all problem right now. Don't get me started. Do not get me started. I see y'all's posts and I do not address it. I stay away from it best I can. Anytime I see personal stuff on the internet, I go the other direction. Some of y'all guy that says you manifesting all kind of beautiful things in your life. And you just can't let this monkey that you pulling along on the side of you. That's just trying to grab every banana and ruin your life. But I'm not going to touch that. So like I said, you got guys doing the same thing. Listen, I got to get out of here. That's how I know it's time to go. That got me talking about stuff that's going to get me in trouble. No, if you are moving in a direction of evolution, evolving, and the profiles and dating profiles, they don't have no choices of, hey, what can you manifest? Can you walk on water? Can you move mountains? What's going on in your life? Or instead of just, what's your favorite color? What do you do for a living? You know, how much money do you make? Where do you want to retire on Babylon and Rome? What size house you want to live in that was stolen from resources from poor people all over the planet, and take pride in the fact that they ain't got nothing? You know, what size ring, diamond, blood diamond do you want on your finger to represent slavery and colonization and all the people that have been murdered, your ancestors, and you don't get two damns about? Nah, dating websites don't work for me. You'd have to have some crazy questions. You know, are you trying to fly? That's that to me is important. I'm still trying to fly. It's not working. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I eat healthy. I'm trying to meditate and levitate. Or what level are you at? You know, have you levitated yet? No, I ain't levitated yet. Okay. Are you working? Keep working on it. You know, you doing yoga. How long are you doing your downward dogs and crazy stuff like that? You know, how many smoothies do you drink a week? You know, like questions to me that are important, things that are important for gods that know they're 98% monkey bodies. You know, when's the last time you've been sick? Well, I ain't been sick in 10 years. Wow, I ain't been sick in 15. Wow, we done our bodies adapt very well to the environment. Okay, then it makes sense that we can get together. But I can't be with you if I'm a god and you're a monkey, because it means you gonna be sick all the damn time. All the time, because I try to get every bacteria and virus that comes through here, because I understand what they are. I understand what they are, and my body utilizes them. Your body dies from them, because you're still eating what's crawling on the bottom of the ocean between two big donuts of dough and sugar and yeast called donuts. Like, you're killing your body, and I'm trying to live, you know. Anyway, here's Gerard. I had to get going. Last couple comments. I'm a roll, man. Man would not see it until he stood above the planet. The landing of the Prometheus. Whoa, Jimmy, is that a thing? Is that what you're talking about? Landing of the Prometheus. Whoa. No, I can't. I see Sandra up there laughing. No, Sandra, you know I can't do it. No, most of these women out here, they like the prison industrial complex. It's keeping them safe. No, I'm sorry. All you're doing, y'all taking children and you're turning them into monsters. Nope, not interested. Well, sometimes you gotta put people in prison because it keeps us safe. No, it doesn't. They're just making monsters. That's all they're doing. Nope, sorry, I don't believe in slavery. Landing of the Prometheus. People turn on their ancestors in a minute. All you gotta do is make them think that they're a monkey. That's all you gotta do. Make them think that it came from monkeys. Landing of the Prometheus. Brother, I'm over here and I see the movie Prometheus. I see that. I don't know. Yeah, Lori, you're talking about the Vrills. Yeah, the Vrills were, yeah. Well, you know what? I'll tell you, if I meet a Vrill, I meet a woman, been to Pleiadians and came back. That's another whole discussion. But what's she gonna want with me? She ain't gonna want me. She got all that hair and the sense and all of that stuff. Yeah, I think you need to be with someone who's kind of like you, who's going in the direction you're going at your level. When you get two people, it's like how's that saying go? A bird and a fish can fall in love, but where they live? Like, where y'all gonna live? You know, a bird and fish come together. Like, you believe in flying and it wants to waddle in the mud. It's a carp or a catfish. It wants to dig up and eat dirt and mud and mollusks. And you're a bird. You fly free. You trying to fly, and this thing wants you to pull you down into the mud and waddle with it. It's a good analogy there. A lot of y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. Like you go live in your world, they live in there. Well, yeah, I'm gonna put my wing in the water, and it's gonna put a fin in the air, and we're gonna hold hands. It does not work. You can try all you want. That's why the divorce rate is over 80%. It does not work. You need to find somebody who is going where you were going, or at least trying to. At least trying. Not somebody that's going to fight you everything you post. Every time you post about the Federal Reserve, they're like, no, the Federal Reserve's a good thing. There's viruses. We got to stay inside. You know, okay. Got to be careful what you say. They're throwing people in Facebook jail for that now. No, you need somebody who helps you to be a better you. Not trying to break you down like a government and farm you. Because I know. Yeah, I see it. I don't say nothing. I see a lot of husbands and wives trying to farm who they got. A lot of boyfriends and girls doing the same thing, trying to get you to accept poison. You don't like poison, and they're trying to give you a lifestyle of poison. No, I'd rather be alone. I'd be alone with a box, some fish, and some seeds, and some dirt, and microbiology, and some viruses. I'd do that free and happy every damn day, other than coming home being beat down because I didn't make my bed. Oh, isn't that funny how that came full circle? Make your bed. Make your bed. Ooh, we talked about a house as a home earlier. If your bed is made, you can go home and have some peace. If your bed is not made and you go home to a fish and you're a bird, your life is going to be much more stressful. And stress is a killer. It is a killer. If you go home, you got to have paradise. When you go home, you got to have paradise. It needs to be I come home, it needs to be paradise with some spiders, because that's more of a paradise than somebody waiting for you to get home. They didn't have a bad day, and they need to ruin your day because it makes them feel better. No, be careful with that. Synchronicity just is. It just is, Lori. You can't make it happen. It just happens. It happens unexpectedly. Most spontaneous. That's how it works, Christine. You cannot make magic happen. Magic is just there. You can manifest a monkey, or you can manifest a god or goddess in your life, but do not try to tell that manifestation what it has to look like, who it has to be, how old they gotta be, young they gotta be, what they gotta be. You can ask for something beautiful to come into your life. I believe that to be true. But if you start using dating websites to tell it what it has to be, it's not gonna work. Oh, Jimmy, he gave me. Well, hold on, Jimmy gave me the link. Hold on. Whoa. I was about to end it, but Jimmy gave me the link. The Google Maps ID. Let me see if I can pull up over here. Show y'all what Jimmy is talking about. The Prometheus landed. Breaking news: Trump signs 484 billion measure to aid something. I don't even know what the pop-up said, but I already know what presidents do. It's what all presidents do. I don't actually have to click on that. They aided $484 million to aid wealthy billionaires on Wall Street the same way Obama did, the same way Clinton did, the same way Bush did, because presidents don't matter to a hill of beans. They have a job to do. They're not providing a service. They gave all that money to their criminal friends on Wall Street because that's their job. Even if they didn't want to, even if you think Trump is a good guy or bad guy, that's the job. So I like honesty and talking about truthful things instead of picking which side I'm on. There's no sides of stupid. It's just stupid. There's no sides of, no, it's the wrong word. There's no sides of ignorance. It's just ignorance. Let me see if I can find Jimmy's thing to where I can click on it. I don't know how to click on it here where I can see, y'all can see it on the screen. Comment, I click on that. Oh, you know what? If I go here, wrong word. There's no sides of ignorance. It's just no sides. Let me see if I can find Jimmy's thing. I hate, you have anyone like the sound of their voice? I hate the sound of my voice. It sounds horrible. Let me go up and find Jimmy's thing. Jimmy's patiently waiting for us while we're talking about all this other crazy stuff. Where's the link? 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 There's Jimmy's comment. I'm amused that this is entertain new rule. I'm amused, and this is entertainment. New rules. Cannot shed any blood. Cannot shed any blood. Whole different challenge pose to the gods. A whole different challenge pose to the gods. If I can, you can. Be nice, all in. Yes, be all in, be nice, all that great stuff, Jimmy. I'm sorry, I can barely see it because my 29-year-old young eyes can't see that far. Okay, there we go. Found the link. Boom. All right, Jimmy, what we got? What we got? What we got? What we got? And this is Google, so it's probably gonna be a little buffering. I'll go slow. Let's see what this is. That's what I miss. I miss us talking about crazy stuff. I'm so tired of us being serious. Why we gotta be serious? Like, if this is you being serious, we got issues. Hang on, let me put it over to Sean like that. Sometimes you gotta be serious. All right, so I got it there. I'm not sure what that is, Jimmy. What am I looking at? Oh, got the shaman back. Let's move the shaman to the background. Nope, that's the wrong one. Click on the shaman. Hide the shaman. All right, I'm at the coordinates. It says photos and satellites. Let me zoom out. I zoomed out. Where are we at? Vancouver Island, off the coast of Portland. What's out here across the coast of Portland? It's not. Do I need to click on? Oh, you know what? I'm not showing satellite view. I'm satellite view. We're going into the depths of the ocean. No, it's not rendering, Jimmy. This is where the footprints are. It's not rendering. But you're saying that's where the Prometheus landed. It's where the alien craft is, Jimmy? All right, what's Jimmy saying? I don't see anything right there. Anybody know what's here? All right, that's the coordinates. I clicked on it. I'm seeing some bumps. I see what looks like some pity balls, but that's about it. How you talk like that? Because I'm silly. I'm silly. I like being silly. I'm only 29. You wait, when I grow up, then I'll act more mature. I don't know what that is. Are we saying you got to put the coordinates back in? Oh, I did the coordinates. No, they're in there. 44.39. They're still there. That's where my dad's house is. Kim Jackson, if this is where your dad's house is, we got problems. It's in the link. Yeah, Jimmy sent the link again. I clicked on the link. Let me try it again. Kim Jackson, if this is where your people live, woo, that's a special thing. See right there, there's a coordinate. Oh, ooh, uh-oh. We're off the shelf or something. What's down there? Oh, you know what? Maybe it moved. I gotta stay right here. I'm gonna stay on the court. What's Jimmy showing us? Let me close this. Oh, you know, when it closes that, it hides the coordinates. So that's why I had to put the coordinates back in. Okay, so I'm off coordinates again because I closed it. Dang it! So I gotta click on it again. There better be a UFO here. As much as I'm clicking it, there better be a UFO, some tracks. I need to see some aliens or something. You're not on it. Yeah, I guess I left it when I clicked the X. So now let's do it again. I'm not gonna click the X this time. I was trying to make it bigger. I know what people do. That's what women do. Size matters. They got pills for that now. All right. It's not rendering. What's here, Jimmy? Give me some instructions. It's something weird. You can, yeah, because it's not rendering. So it's something right there. So what is there? Somebody tell me. What am I supposed to see? Ruins, like ancient civilizations. It could be. I miss those days. Y'all remember we used to talk about just ancient archaeology and civilizations and stuff. That was awesome. I want to go back to those days. So here's the problem. The problem I have is it's like the moon pictures. Are they blurring it, Jimmy? It's like the moon picture. They only show you with so many pixels because they don't want you to see what. Oh, it's the landing spot. So they're not here. They're coming. They're coming. Somebody clarify that. That's what they got. We need to watch this spot. And who's coming? Is it Kim Jackson's dad? Is that her parents? Her parents are coming? I need to know what's coming, Jimmy. Gotta say something, man. A landing spot for who? It's chained down. Kraken? Oh boy, don't get me started on that. I believe that. I'll believe anything. You mean, because you know what? Because then I'll attach that to Revelation that the beast is changed down and that maybe at the end of the days it's supposed to be unchained. And maybe that the foot tracks was one of the beasts. Maybe the beast had a baby and that's what we see walking around. It's got 8 foot wide foot tracks that's walking around and look like a shrimp that somebody put on their plate between 2 rolls of bread. But the big one, the mama one, is right there and it's chained down. I believe that. I would believe that. You know what? Hey, the Greek gods, the Christian gods, they said it, and the early sailors saw these things. If the Kraken is coming, it would not surprise me one bit. I can promise you this, though. I would not be hitting it in the nose. I can tell you this. I tell you that if they release the Kraken, isn't that how they say, release the Kraken? If they release that Kraken, I'm going to go find me Rebecca Costello and her husband. They're going to have to find a spot for me on the sofa. Because I ain't fighting Krakens. I don't do sharks. And I damn sure ain't doing no damn Krakens. That ain't never going to happen. If something is chained down there and the Federal Reserve Banks is supposed to release it, no. It can be magical as it wants to be, Christine. Not me. I'll fight a bank. I ain't messing around with whatever in the ocean. I am not messing around with that. No. Rebecca Costello will have to save me. Nope. I don't do things that can murder you and eat you. I got to zoom out. I'm zooming out. It looked like a dip too, huh? Like it'd be a big hole where they actually have to put it. That's the Kraken? Is that like his head or something? I don't even know. Woo, yep. Your dad's a bad boy. Ooh, if I find out Kim Jackson is a baby Kraken. Oh, goodness gracious. Anyway, listen, I had to go, y'all. Y'all have a great day. Message. Have a great weekend. And trust the science. You're not livestock. Don't adhere to poisons. You're not, listen to the shaman. We're not typhoid Marys. We need to stop being typhoid Marys across the board. You know, y'all know who typhoid Mary is, right? She's the one who put poo-poo in everybody's salad and got everybody sick back in the 80s. Google it. Google typhoid Mary. And you'll find out exactly what all the tribalism is, who we are. We embrace poisons and we need to stop embracing poison as a model. Poison kills. Listen to the shaman. They were spot on. They make being typhoid Mary sexy, and it's never sexy. It's never sexy. Don't worship poison. Don't worship anything that is poisonous. Share with everybody. Anyway, this is Gerard. I gotta go. Y'all have a fantastic, phenomenal weekend, and I'll see y'all on Monday. Unless something happens this weekend we need to talk about. We're short of that. And Jimmy's Kraken coming out out of that trench, the typhoid trench, and short of something coming out that trench, I'll be here on Monday. But if something comes out that trench, I'll be in Florida with Rebecca Costello and her husband. They be like, honey, who's at the door? I don't know. It's a brown guy. I don't know what the hell he's doing outside the door. He brought some cognac, and he's got a pillow and a sleeping bag. And he's got a camera. All right, listen, I had to go to Gerard. Y'all have a great day. Love y'all to death, man. I'm out. Bye-bye. Enjoy your weekend. Enjoy that freedom, because Monday they might turn slavery back on out there protesting to restart slavery, working for big banks and corporations, and other people might have a police state to protect you from the virus. We need to grow up. Anyway, this is Gerard. Love y'all now. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye. Free to